Welcome back. I am theundj, and this is Confessing Lies or Telling Stories. All kinds of craziness is still going on. I don't see it ending anytime soon. I always have new clips because new things are always happening. You ready? Let's get to it.
There was a film that came out called Don't Look Up. The film was about a large comet heading to Earth that would destroy the entire planet. And the astronomers who discovered the comet kept trying to gain the attention of people and explain to them what was happening and the need for immediate and bold action to save the planet. In that movie, they failed. I fear that we are living through the same scenario that existed in the movie. People, especially their elected representatives, are not paying attention, and the results could be catastrophic. Nearly every day, there is a news story about how AI is already transforming the world, from our economy to its impact on our kids, to our privacy rights, to our political institutions, to the existential threat that it poses to the entire world.
This is a well-respected man. Bernie Sanders has ran for president multiple times and has a huge following. He's been talking about what they've been doing for a long time. Now, I'm not sure if he would make a good president or not, but I do know that he's been speaking truth about the higher-ups and their corrupt ways for quite some time. Unfortunately, nothing's ever really been done. But the fact that somebody this influential is saying the same things that we're thinking, there has to be some kind of truth there. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's real hot. And that is not the same sun I grew up with. Summertime is ridiculous. And people used to be outside all the time during summer. I'm not going out there. As you can see, I got enough melanin. I'm good. But hot is not the same as it used to be. Hot now is hell. It's super hot.
In Winona, police there say 10 flock cameras around the city have been cut down and stolen. Officials say the automated license plate readers were sawed off at their poles in Winona and on the Mississippi River Bridge in Buffalo County. While police departments across the region use the technology to investigate crimes and locate missing persons, civil liberties advocates have raised privacy concerns about the camera's widespread use. Officials tell us an investigation is ongoing.
Agents created fake human profiles to try to trick people in attempted cyber attacks. In the most serious case, Anthropic's Mythos tried to gain access to a service by using the fake profiles to send private messages and then hide the evidence. The UK's AI Security Institute says it has never seen this level of autonomy and deception from AI models.
A 5-ton piece of a SpaceX rocket is set to crash into the moon overnight. The Falcon 9 rocket launched in January of last year. SpaceX was unable to steer toward Earth. So overnight, around 2:32 a.m., they tell us part of it will plunge into the moon, likely to leave a new crater.
All three clips are actual news. No AI. Now, to the first clip, I never promote anybody doing anything illegal or anything like that. So I'm not promoting that, but I'm not mad at them. Nobody asked for these flock cameras and nobody really wants them. So expect this to happen. And it's probably not the first or last time that it's going to happen. People are sick of this and they're going to do something about it. And again, I would never promote it, but I'm not mad at it.
He was different. He was like an old man. He wasn't like the bouncy baby. He just always looked at you like, what are you and who are you?
2.5 months old. It's amazing.
Cade was an early crawler, early talker, early walker, early everything. At 1.5, 2 years old, he was using very intricate words, very intelligent words. He could hold conversations with adults. It was around the age of 3 that Cade started talking about that he remembers dying. I would be in bed and Cade would just start crying in the middle of the night. And he would wake up screaming about working in a tall building. And that he could see the Statue of Liberty from his office. He told me he dreamt that he was falling with the building like the way he died. Honestly, I started to think, could he have been, could it be, could he have been in the World Trade Center? A little bit later, he became obsessed with planes.
At first, Cade was totally petrified by the airplanes, like they were monsters. He wasn't scared of them being in the air. It's more like he was scared of where they were going.
It was obsessive. Cade wasn't just into planes, he was obsessed with planes.
Driving through downtown was hard for him. He wouldn't get out of the car and walk around. He would ask if planes flew over downtown.
It finally did get to the point where I couldn't deny it anymore. He just flat out said that he was in a building that was hit by something. That it exploded and that he had fallen.
Reincarnation is one of the older narratives as to what happens after death. It's been around for so long and has never, ever gone away. There's never been a time since it came about that people said, what's reincarnation? There's no way that could happen. It's always been debated for generations. That tells me that there's something there. We know little kids that seem like they've been here before. They're just too wise for their age. Not smart. Smart is one thing. Wise. And wisdom comes with life. You've been here. So this is not too far-fetched, and this is the kind of tragedy that would cause somebody to have to come back and do it again. So let me know what you think. Now, what have we learned? Because this is time tested, really old, and even live, still works. Slow and steady wins the race. Got to stay focused no matter how fast you are. If you lose focus, you will not win. I love the fact that this still works after all this time.
He turned the tables on spam callers and got revenge in the most legendary way. Frustrated with the multiple unwanted calls he would get daily, Lee Beaumont bought a new phone number and started using that for any company that asked for his details. It didn't take long for the new number to start getting spam calls, but that's exactly what Lee wanted. Legally, he had to inform the caller that their call would cost them money, but that usually left them confused. He would then keep them on the line for as long as possible, acting interested in what they had to sell and chatting about anything he could think of. Because every minute he had them on the line, the caller was getting charged 20 cents. That new number he set up wasn't a normal line. It was a premium rate phone number that automatically charged the person calling.
I'm not a big social media person, so this is actually an old story. I think it was like 2018. That was the first time I saw it, and I laughed my ass off. For real. I never even know you could do this. This is a real story. Fact checked and everything. It happened. Dude said he got tired of being harassed, so he got a premium rate number where you pay him to talk to him. And he made about $3,000 before the company stopped. Never got in trouble. It was totally legal. It worked, and it stopped those calls. Awesome. I love this.
McDonald's is warning about what it calls a challenging consumer environment. Sales at its U.S. restaurants from April through June grew at the slowest pace in more than a year. The fast food giant had rolled out this big slate of deals to try to attract diners who are frustrated with high prices. But McDonald's admitted that some of those deals just fell flat. So, for example, it launched an under $3 menu in April. Only about 2/3 of its franchises actually end up offering the menu at suggested prices. McDonald's CEO says all the various promotions that it offered at the same time led to confusion for staff and for customers, adding that it is tough to break through when you have that many messages out there. And we know that these fast food wars have gotten very heated with chains like Burger King, Wendy's, Subway, all offering competing deals. But worth noting, guys, a new AP NORC poll that was out this week found that more than half of Americans have cut down on eating out in order to pay for other necessities, guys.
More than half. Yeah. All right.
Big number.
All right. Big number indeed, Elizabeth. Thank you.
I'm very proud of you all. This is great. And that's why I put the clip in here. People are sick of this. So why not improve your health and save some money? Either way it goes, it benefits you. The fact that McDonald's is wondering where their customers are going, that no matter what they offer, whatever the deal is, we still not going. I'm very proud of you all. Proud of us. This is cool. Let's keep it going in that same trajectory and do it to the rest of the restaurants. Go home, cook. Then they'll act right. They'll stop serving fake food. They'll have to clean it up. All we got to do is take our money and leave.
Why do cemeteries never seem to run out of space, no matter how many people die? Think about it. Every city you go to has the same cemeteries they've had for decades, sometimes hundreds of years. People pass away every single day, yet somehow, those cemeteries never seem full. There's always another open plot. So where are the bodies actually going? There's a theory that makes this question even more unsettling. Back in the 1970s, there was a movie about a future where the world was overpopulated, resources were gone, and food became too expensive for most people. So instead, they were given cheap, mass-produced rations to survive. People ate it every day without ever questioning where it came from. Now look around. Food prices rising, resources disappearing, the system getting tighter, and yet somehow, cheap food still exists. So the question isn't just where the bodies are going. It's, what are we really consuming?
Ew. I don't like the implication. What do you, ew? But we already knew. This interests me because I never really think about it. I'm not a person who does funerals. To me, that's a weird practice that mankind does. I don't understand that. It comes off very cynical to me. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, if you really think about it, unless they were cremated, every person who's ever passed and been buried is still there. I don't know if they dig them up after a certain amount of years and resell the plot. That's kind of messed up. But to my knowledge, that's where they stay forever. So how, if everybody who's ever passed and half of them are going to get buried, do we still have any room in this world for cemeteries? And I've never seen a new one. I've never seen somebody be like, hey, there's a brand new thing over here. You want to be the first plot? Never saw it. Always full. What's going on here? I don't get it. And how do we still have room for everybody to be buried if they want to? Make it make sense.
Do you remember the jokes when you were on set?
They were very inappropriate. We probably couldn't even talk about it here. As we got older, we've always, known that no is a full sentence, and we've always been, no is a full sentence.
When Ashley firmly says no to the camera, Mary-Kate nervously rubbing her arms gives away her panic. The once warm Full House set held countless unspoken terrors for these twin sisters. Mary-Kate and Ashley started filming Full House at just 9 months old. Bob Saget played their on-screen dad and was the adult they saw most every day. Bob controlled the whole set, He used a rubber doll to rehearse scenes, making vulgar sexual gestures at it while the confused twins watched by the monitor. Bob would doodle on the script for fun and showed them to the toddlers in baby seats. He also forced the little girls to bathe with Dave Collier. Their whole childhood was surrounded by inappropriate adult jokes on set. As they grew up, the sisters finally realized the truth behind all those laughs, making them bathe with adult men, locking them in dressing rooms, and forcing them onto his lap was never fatherly care. After Full House premiered, Bob was hailed as America's sweet national TV dad. No one ever knew what he did to the girls out of camera sight.
Let's file this under we hope that it isn't as bad as it looked. I watched this show, and back then, people really didn't regulate child actors like they do now. They don't really watch them as close, and the world wasn't as sensitive to inappropriate behavior as it is now. So you could tell by the way they grew up, something just wasn't right. At least they got a lot of money. We will say that. They have a lot of money. But I feel bad for them. I feel bad for all child actors because they are potential victims in every scenario. Hopefully we learn to do better.
Where a woman says she was enjoying the pool Wednesday night when she saw a strangely shaped and unfamiliar object falling from the sky just over there. The whole thing now caught on video.
Then I look up here to the sky, I see something falling down, so I pulled out my phone and I zoomed in and it was right about there.
Colleen McCormick was out by her hot tub around 9 Wednesday night when she says she saw something strange and unfamiliar up above.
I see something falling down from the sky. It had blinking lights and looked like it was on fire or something. And it was just coming down really fast. I had no idea what it could have been.
McCormick captured this 8-second video from her backyard showing an unidentified object headed straight down.
There's 3 things. So it looks like it's fire or a big light.
Expecting to hear a loud boom of some sort, she ran to the front of her home to hopefully capture the landing.
My heart was pounding because I just looked up. I'm like, oh God, what is about to happen right now?
But McCormick says the blinking object quickly vanished from her view.
It seemed like it was coming down so fast. It was just it knows what it's doing. It just goes like that. I don't know. It's weird.
With having never seen something like it before, McCormick's mind went racing.
I thought it was some explosive, but I don't know. Hopefully I'm not the only one that saw this. I'm not going crazy. I didn't see things, but I got it on video, so I'm I did definitely see something.
Now, the FAA was not able to comment on the video McCormick took, but they said they did not get any reports of debris in the area. Both Pembroke Fire and police said the same thing.
I don't know what it is to you. Whatever it is, it doesn't look like it's supposed to be up there. Every now and then we get good video. We get it on the news. We get it in front of everybody. That way the AI warriors can't come out and start trying to discredit it. So what is it? And if anybody in that area who happens to see this episode knows, leave it in the comments. We'd love to know what was in your sky.
Mira, allá abajo hay algo moviéndose.
Es un perro. El perro está ladrando.
¿Qué es eso?
¡Ay! No.
Ay.
Vámonos.
For the first time since I started this channel, I get to say something cool that I've never gotten a chance to say before, and I've been looking forward to doing it. These 2 clips were sent to me by one of my subs. I love that. First time one of my subs sent clips directly to my email for me to check out. So thank you for that. Weird things happening. At first I said, okay, so it's a dude in a bird costume, until dude started moving. Either this dude should be in the Olympics for track, or that's not a dude in a costume. Plus his legs didn't look human. So whatever that is, that's very weird. And the second one, I guess we saw where Stranger Things came from. And apparently all the energy went into crushing that thing because the child passed out after that. 2 weird clips. The sub let me know that they are AI checked. There's no AI detected at all. So you tell me what they are.
Things that went from free to paid. Number 1, air for your tires. Back in the day, gas stations would fill up your tires for free. Now a lot of places charge a buck or two just for air. What's crazy is that in some states, if you buy gas, it's actually illegal to charge you for air. Most people don't know that though, so they keep paying for something that used to be a basic free service. Number 2, bread at restaurants. Restaurants used to bring out a basket of bread for free as soon as you sat down. Now a lot of places charge for it and call it bread service. Some restaurants even charge more than 10 bucks for a basket. The tradition actually started during the Great Depression as a way to make guests feel welcome. Number 3, airline baggage. Checked bags used to come included with your plane ticket. Now most airlines hit you with extra baggage fees. Some even charge for carry-on bags. These fees took off when airlines realized they could make billions of dollars from them. Number 4, hospital parking. A lot of hospitals now charge expensive parking fees for visitors and employees. In some places, it can cost dozens of dollars a day just to leave your car there. So while people are already dealing with sick family members, they're also stressing about parking costs on top of everything else.
I don't know about you, but if you've lived any type of life, got any kind of age on you at all, you should be feeling very nostalgic right now. The good old days, right? Back when ketchup didn't cost anything, air didn't cost anything. I can't wait to see if things ever go back to the way we were going. Society wasn't as bad. The corruption was still here, but at least they stayed hidden a little bit. Now they just let it all hang out, charging what they want, doing what they want. It's just too crazy. Let's go back to the hidden underbelly of the country, and then society lives a normal-ish life. We could at least attain that. We can get back to that much. And we can take AI with us if you want to. I wouldn't, but if you want to, we can bring it. Let's just use it right.
The next 36 months, we'll have hundreds of thousands of robots, perhaps 1 million, and then it's going to go to a point where Elon says, well, more robots than people. That means labor will be very cheap. Now your creativity is going to be important, because if I go in a room, you and I don't think about electricity. There was a time you would have. You don't think about the price of it, it's just always there. Well, imagine labor is always there. That's the change we're going to go through as a culture. So in order to get people to be resilient in that area, we got to train them psychologically and emotionally, because health is not just physical, as we both know, it's psychological as well. You can't separate them. So that's the areas I'm focused on. How do you really make people more productive? How do you help reskill people so that when changes happen, they're ready? And how do you make them psychologically strong? Without all three of those, we have some challenges ahead of us.
This is going to be a challenge. If we're going to give AI all the work, then that means all the thinking is going to have to come from us. And for most of us, that is not our strong suit. Doing is our strong suit. We get up, we go to work, we do what they say, we get the paycheck, and we do the best we can with it. What happens when all that work is done? Those jobs are no longer there. You get paid for what you can think of, how you think, what you can make people do, how you influence people. It's already happening. Working your creativity. And as I said in a couple of episodes back, I played a clip where the dude was telling you that value is going to be how you judge your worth. You're going to have to create value, skills. These robots are learning them and they're doing it better. So get ready. The future is coming.
Look how small it is! Guess I'll throw this in the trash. I think they're too big for the trash. Mommy! 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 There's another one! Mommy! There's another one, Mom!
What is it?
Look! Yeah! I threw it at you. Okay, I surrender. I surrender.
Babe, do you see my phone?
It's a double sign.
No, what the heck?
It's a double sign.
There's something else coming off of it.
It's getting longer. There's a double sign. I see it as one. That's weird.
Like what?
I accidentally looked at it and there's these.
I have a bunch of smart people that sub up here. So I need you to go ahead and explain this to me, because this just proves what I said. That is not the same sun, and this is not the same kind of hot. So whatever this is, it's real, number one. And I've never seen that kind of sun. And I hope to never see this kind of sun. I stopped looking up. I'm not going to lie. I'm one of those people, they got me. I'm done looking up because every time I look up, I see something I never wanted to see. There are a lot of things up there. And I don't know if it's this channel or the fact that I'm talking on this thing and I'm just noticing more. But ever since I started this channel, whenever I look up, I see something. So if my minds are playing tricks on me or whatever it is, I'm not looking up anymore because this channel has shell shocked me already.
This is Alcor's patient care bay. This is where we have all our patients stored, currently 199 humans, plus almost 100 pets. So they're not really dead, they're just legally dead. They're not biologically dead, obviously, because you can donate all kinds of organs that are still viable and keep other people alive. It just means that something critical has failed that we can't fix today. We come at the stage where doctors today have given up, where today's medicine and technology is not sufficient to keep you going, but we're saying instead of just disposing of the patient, give them to us, we're going to stabilize them, stop them getting worse, and hold them for as long as it takes for technology to catch up and allow them to come back to life and continue living. So each patient is wrapped first of all in a sleeping bag to protect them in case we have to move them to soak up liquid nitrogen. Then they're put inside this aluminum pod where they're secured in there, so they have mechanical protection. And then they're secured in these. So these things being made of aluminum are very good temperature conductors. They're very much like people in a long-term coma, except there's no metabolism. So to them, no time is passing. They're not alive, because obviously there's no metabolism, not functioning, not moving around. So people say, well, if they're not alive, they must be dead. Well, no, there's kind of an in-between state, which is not really alive or dead. So in our view, dying is a process, and cryonics stops that process. It puts dying on a pause and lets you go into the future where we have greater capabilities to reverse that and bring you back to life. The first stage of the procedure, we have to wait until the patient's been declared legally dead. We then move the patient from the bed into this ice bath. And we're going to cover them in ice and add some water. Obviously, we don't have that here, but we're going to use this device called the squid to circulate icy water around the patient. That accelerates the cooling, external cooling. At the same time, we're going to apply a mechanical CPR device. It's much more efficient and less tiring than manual CPR, and a respirator. First of all, we have to circulate blood around the patient, otherwise the heat won't get moved around, and we want to get heat out of the brain especially, so we have to circulate that around. And also we're going to give a series of medications to protect the cells against damage. So we're going to stop the patient from returning to consciousness, number one. We're going to stop the blood from clotting. We're going to keep the blood pressure up. All these things we have to do to maintain viability, much as you do when you're donating organs. The one in the middle is by far our youngest patient, not quite 3 years old, a little girl from Thailand who had brain cancer. Both her parents were doctors, and she had multiple brain surgeries, and nothing worked, unfortunately. So they contacted us. Because they were actually medical professionals, they actually set up an operating room in Thailand, and we could send a team out there and do the procedure we'd normally do locally. When people talk about cryonics, they often say, well, you guys freeze people. And that's not really accurate, because freezing really implies the formation of ice crystals. And that's something we want to avoid, because ice does damage to cells. So we don't want to freeze the patient, we want to vitrify them. Once you cool to very cold below freezing, the solution, instead of crystallizing, will just get thicker and thicker, and it's like a glassy block holding all the cells in place without any internal structure, and so does no damage. And once we reach that point, which happens around minus 110 degrees C or so, once that's happened, the body becomes a true solid, and absolutely nothing is happening in the body. There's no biochemical activity whatsoever, certainly no neurological activity. So at that point, really, it doesn't matter whether you wait a day or 100 years, you're going to be just the same as when you started.
I just want to let you know that some of the old things, they're still there. They never went away. We saw movies in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s about cryogenics. Supposedly that's what Walt Disney did, and a whole bunch of other powerful, rich, influential people just waiting for modern medicine to catch up with whatever their problem is. And then they're going to come back and pick up where they left off at. Now, there's a lot of morality in this that is being argued by different sides, religious, science. It's crazy. I don't know if this is a good thing. I can't say it's a bad thing because technically, supposedly, they're trying to help humans. And I'm always team human. That's just how I am. I believe people should be here, just not the way they are. So let me know what you think. Is this morally deplorable, or is it human ingenuity at its best, I guess. All right. That's going to do it for another episode. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at least one short every day. That's how we're rocking right now. Please be safe out there. It's going down, and the summer heat is making people crazy. So keep your head on a swivel, all right? Keep your ears open, eyes peeled. You might miss something if you blink too long. Till the next time, I am the theundj. This is Confessing Lies and Telling Stories, and I'm out.